Hello. Hi. I have both my dogs in here with me. What's been going on with me lately? I've been injecting BPC 157 and TB 500 into my arm. I've also been injecting Retatrutide, which is a GLP-1. And I haven't really noticed any. I've actually become more hungry on it than normal. It's one of those weight loss peptides. And I'm getting all this stuff on the black market. So I think the BPC and the TB 500 is really working with my inflammation and my previous injuries, like really helping. But the Retatrutide, to be determined. We'll see. Other than that, my leg press is now 400 kilograms, which is 880 pounds for 12 reps. 3 times, 3 sets. And I noticed a little bit of a twinginess in this knee. So I feel like I need to dial it back on my leg press. I just feel like I'm pushing too much weight. So I'm going to go down, I think. I just really want to avoid injury. And I'm a little conflicted. You know, I'm into this, like, lift as heavy as humanly freaking possible, like, mindset. Like, I started going to the gym, like, 3 years ago. And I just progressively have I just get in there and I just want to lift as much as I possibly can. And that was always the goal, is just to keep increasing the weights and increasing and increasing and increasing. And there's so many different, but then I'm seeing on internet, like, you know, the Chinese longevity hacks about, like, body, like they do like these body waves where they just do like this and like this, and then like Chinese longevity is just about like fluid motion and like long walks through nature. And like I do long walks to nature. I do jogging. I also jog for an hour about 4 times a week with my dog. I do extensive yoga. Like I'm incredibly flexible. Like I can like do a flat pancake with my legs out wide. Like I'm just like a body yogi essentially. Like I'm just obsessed with flexibility, endurance, and strength, really. And I've been going to the sauna. And there's a sauna at my gym, a dry sauna. And I've been meditating in the sauna. So I sit cross-legged just with my bra and some spandex shorts. And every day after work, I go and I meditate for about 30 minutes in the sauna. I can't bring my phone in there because it doesn't tolerate the heat or my headphones. So I just go in there and then I leave my stopwatch on my phone, like in the locker room. And then I go into the sauna and I'm basically doing about 30 minutes every like 5 days a week after work. Anywhere from like 25 to like 35. The longest I did was like a 36-minute like meditation. And I don't really know. I feel a lot clearer. I feel like I feel wonderful when I do that. I don't know if it's speeding up recovery. My diet is so fucking clean. Like I eat raw fruits and vegetables. I eat mostly fruit. So I always have energy. I never run out of energy. My sleep is great. Like I do like 3 hours of of like yoga or strength training or this morning we went and we did a hike by the ocean. Me and my dog. Every weekend I take him somewhere he's never been before. And that was a 3-hour hike, like mostly uphill. And every day I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Every night I go to bed at 9. So I'm really locked in. I'm like fucking locked in. And and I'm eating 1,500 calories. So I'm actually counting this beer in with my calorie count today. So I want to get down to 65 kilograms shredded and just be like really muscular. Probably have a 6-pack. We'll see how we go. I've been losing weight. I've lost since January, like Christmas time, I've lost about 6 kilograms. So that's like 12 pounds. 12 pounds. So I'm losing on average like 2 or 3 pounds a week. So I'm doing good. I'm not losing muscle. Obviously going to the gym 4 to 6 times a week. And working with Hecate and Lakshmi as well. I bring them offerings and meditations, and I do divination with them. That's been going pretty good. And I haven't vaped in 6 months. So I quit vaping. I vaped for about 4 years, so that's pretty cool. I do have one of my boyfriend's cigarettes here with me. But I don't know if I'll smoke it. We'll see how we go. And I'm graduating from my university in 3 months, so that I'll have a bachelor's degree, and then I'm going to do a master's degree in either speech and language therapy or child education learning psychology, like a child psychologist, which is a lot longer of a road. So it's it's a big waiting period and it's a lot more difficult. But the payout on the other end of that, like in 5 years, is like 150K a year kind of a thing. And then if I make senior, like by the time I'm 45, 46, 47, I'm making like 200 a year by the time I'm 50 kind of a thing. And I am thinking about retirement and like having a comfortable retire. I want to retire with a couple million in the bank, you know, two or 3 million, ideally 2, 3 million in the bank. I don't want to rely on the state to take care of me. I would like to have a comfortable retirement. So these are things that I think about. Longevity. I think about longevity. Speaking of longevity, there's all types of like NAD plus and MOTS-c, ipermelon. There's all types of like mitochondrial like peptides. I'm diving deep into the world of peptides lately. It's all on YouTube. I'm always listening to things about peptides. Yeah. And stripping. I'm going to start stripping on Saturday night. That'll be another $500 to $1,500 in my pocket every week, which would be good. Yeah, 300 to 1,500, depending. It depends on the night. Every night it's different. With stripping, but so I'm gonna start stripping. And so everything's going pretty cruisy. Yeah. How long have I been on? Where's the timer? There's no timer on here. But if anyone wants a reading, giving out readings today. Someone was there and then they just left when I said that. So usually there's a timer that tells me how long I've been on here, but it's like not on the screen today. That's a bit weird. Welcome, Miss Witch. Hello. Who's this? for the break. Hello. Would you like a tarot reading? Okay, have I read for you before? I can definitely do that. Today I feel a general tarot reading vibes. Okay. Have I read for you before? What is your name, your age, your location, and your star sign? Cyan. I sort of remember that username. My dogs are sleeping. 32 Scorpio Europe. Okie dokie. Are you the Portuguese person? Are you male or female? Yes, Portuguese male. Oh, right. Okay, cool. I got you last time, got you again today. Cool. Cool, we'll do a general reading. These are already shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle them again. Okay. The dog is educated, left the room before it started. Educated. Yeah, I have another dog. I have two dogs. Sometimes she leaves. She's pretty psychic, that dog. Okay. Wait, what is your name? Which is normally gingerbread cats. No. I prefer dogs. All right, ready? All right. What's the overall energy for Scion? Spirit? Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion? Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion? Spirit, what is the overall energy? Okay, you're at home. Per usual. I got this last time. You're at home. This card came up for you last time. You're at the house. You're celebrating. I think you're in your homebody. Are you a homebody? Are you at the house a lot? Okay, so you're at home. Spirit, what's the overall energy for Scion? Spirit, what's the overall energy for Scion? Knight of Wands. So you're working on projects, obviously, like we spoke about last time. You're working on projects. You have things moving. You have like certain projects in that you're working on. Sun in reverse, maybe a little bit of depression, or we're going through like a little bit like where maybe in the recent weeks or days we're going a little bit more inward. Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion? Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion? Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion? I feel like you're not really hanging out with a lot of people right now. And I feel like you are looking for signs about your path. So that you're looking for me, and I feel like it's not just me. I feel like there's other people that you're looking towards to figure out what you're doing and to seeing if you're going on the right path. I feel like you're a little bit isolated right now. I feel like you're not hanging out with your friends and your family. Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion right now? Spirit, what is the overall energy for Scion right now? I feel like there might be a little bit of brain fog right now. Like you're not like thinking, you have a lot of like, there's a lot of passion, but there's a little bit of like brain fog, or you're a little bit slower, like in the last week or something, you're just a little bit slower than normal. I'm getting like some slowness, some depression. I feel like we're in the house. We're not hanging out with people. I feel like we're looking for signs and trying to figure out if we're on the right path. Okay, Spirit, what is the overall for Scion lately? 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 Okay. King of Cups, emotions. I got the King of Cups for your emotional. So maybe you're taking care of yourself or something, or you're taking care of the house. You're care of some pets that you might have, or some people who live in the house with you. Maybe you're a little bit emotional lately. You're just feeling a little bit more into your emotions lately. I'm getting this kind of like we're going inward lately. There might be a little confusion. You might be like waking up and you like don't know what time it is, or you're like there's like these moments or something. There's like these little moments or something where the brain is like not turned on completely. But I do feel like then there's other moments where you are kicking into gear and doing what needs to be done and working on your projects. But I'm getting a sense there's just like this little bit of slowing down, a little bit going inside the house, like in the past like couple weeks or something. And I am for the first card that came out was the Four of Wands. So I'm getting a sense that we are spending a lot of time indoors or at the house lately. I got the Sun in reverse. I'm getting a sense that maybe we're not as optimistic. We are in March, looking forward to what will be going on. We are in March, looking forward to what will be going on. Okay, Spirit, how will Scion be feeling in March and April? Spirit, how will Scion be feeling in April? Spirit, how will Scion be feeling in April? Spirit, how will Scion be feeling in April? Spirit, Spirit, how will Scion be feeling in April? 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 All right. And overall, how will Scion be feeling in April? Overall, how will Scion be feeling in April? Overall, how will Scion be feeling in April? Okay. April's looking like there's more people coming. There'll be more people. The overall that I'm getting for April is 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a team that's working with you in April. I feel like there's like more people that you're talking to that are working on this project with you. I feel like there's just more people in your life. I'm getting a sense that you're working on something with these people. I also, for me, this card represents witchcraft. So maybe there's a little bit more psychic perception going on in April. I am getting some anxiety in April, as well as feeling a little burdened in April. So I feel like there's like just anxiety and just like your workload is increasing in April. I'm getting there's opportunities for money or for fulfillment. Maybe you're looking after I feel like you're looking after your body better in April. Maybe that's going to the gym, working out, just opportunities for money as well. I feel like we're just, and I'm also getting this, what is that? 7 of Cups in reverse. So I feel like what used to be a little bit of wishful thinking, like in March, because we are in Pisces season, so there's like this like dreaminess, and people do go inside the house and they just kind of sleep and they get confused. Like it's the dying process. Pisces season. It's actually the end of the year, so we are in the end of the natural astrological year. Like we are in the end of the year, like right now. And I think this is a little bit where some of your depression is coming from currently, is because you thought that you thought December was the last month of the year, but that's not. And people get confused, and that's why people get depressed. It's not the natural. It's like spring starts in April. I feel like in April you have a little bit more clearer path. Like there's a little bit more clear thinking. All these options that are up in the air right now, and this like which direction do I go, and oh, this is gonna happen, and like wishful thinking and idealism and things like that. I feel like a lot of that gets cut away in April, and you have a more clear direction that you're going in. So I feel like currently you're a little bit like, and I got this Wheel of Fortune card. So that's why I said that I feel like you're looking for signs right now, like in Pisces, looking for signs and dreams and tarot card readings and messages and which direction and am I going to go? I feel like a lot of that gets cut away in April, and I feel like you have a more clear path. But I do think that it brings about some burdens, because it's like, oh, I have this like thing to do. I have a lot of work to do. And I think it brings about a little bit of anxiety as well. But there is this opportunity for money, for body, for physical. There's like this physical body financial opportunity in April that you could really harness. And I'm feeling a sense of completion in April. Maybe we're completing this project, or there's some kind of like something you're working on in Pisces in this kind of really dreamy, sleepy way. Something gets finished in April. And I'm feeling like that could bring about the start of something different, or you go down different paths after that. But I'm feeling this sense of, with a world card, there's a sense of completion. And with April, we do bring about the sense of the completing of the year. So for a lot of us unconsciously, even though we don't, with the Gregorian calendar, we don't celebrate the new year in April, it is by the natural rhythms of the world. That is kind of like the new seed that's being born. And I'm feeling like there's a sense of completion and starting something new in April as well. So I'm getting the sense of completion, or maybe just feeling whole in ourselves. Like we're feeling a little bit confused. We're not feeling as comfortable in our body currently. Or maybe just with these people that are coming into your life, you're feeling it will bring about a sense of completion. Because when we don't have people, because I'm getting right now, you're a little bit isolated with this 3 of Cups in reverse. So I'm getting a sense that there might be people in your life, and it might bring about some fulfillment in April. And then I got the Emperor card. I feel like you're a little bit locked in. So April is a good time to fucking lock in. It's Aries. It's the new year. It's the new start. It's like, I feel like we're locking in Aries. I feel like you're a little bit more focused. You're determined, but I am getting a sense that your emotions are a little bit with this Nine of Swords cup card, and this 10 of Wands card. I'm getting a sense that you just are feeling a little burdened by all the responsibility, and maybe the pressure that these other people are putting on you. I'm getting a sense overall in April, like there's people coming into your life, like there's people circulating. So this is all sort of tinged or with the sense that like people are coming in April. Like there's going to be some people working with you. And I would just recommend like yoga and meditation. If you did those 2 things in April, you'd be sweet. Even just like going to the gym, that would be good. Actually, preferably for Aries season, going to the gym. That would really help with your mood and your emotions. Yeah. Can you say something about May? The story is unfolding perfectly. And then I have another person in here. Okay, yeah. So May. Let me scoot down. Spirit, what is the energy? Let me just organize these cards. Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Okay. Spirit, what is the energy? Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Okay. Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? I'll just do 3 months because I'm not going to do any more than that. Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? The Devil, okay. Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Spirit, what is the energy for May? Spirit, what is the energy for May for Scion? Overall, what is the energy for May for Scion? Overall. Okay, and Okay, so in May, I think we're really working on it. We're really working, so we're spending a lot of time working, um, perfecting our craft, getting better. Like I feel like our skills have increased, our intelligence, our research, whatever we're working on, it has increased, and we're getting better and better at what we're doing. Overall, I'm getting this Eight of Pentacles card, so I feel that you're better at what you do. You have more skills, you have more experience. I'm getting a sense that you are making plans. You are making plans and you are acting on those plans. I'm getting a sense financially we're not doing so well in May. We might be struggling for money. We might be struggling with our body. We might be struggling in the material 3D world. There might be some kind of like struggling going on. I feel like we might be needing to be on a budget or some sort of like planning our money and strategizing how we are getting by week to week in May. Maybe we overspent in Aries, and so now in Taurus season, you are a little bit strapped for cash. I'm getting a sense there's a little bit of conflict now. So maybe with these people from April, or there's a little bit of combativeness going on, and there's like this energy of combativeness in Taurus season, which is strange. But because usually it's a lot calming, it's like a calm kind of a season. But I'm getting in this in Taurus season, there's a little bit of combativeness, energy. It could just be you're fighting for yourself, or you're like fighting, like maybe the money problems or the money or something. Some is causing you to like fight, so you're like fighting. I'm getting there's just this fighting energy. It's nothing too serious. Like this is these guys could even be play fighting the way that dogs play fight, the way that children play fight with swords and kind of a thing. There's just kind of this jousting, like it could be figuring out what you're doing. You know what I mean? It just like I'm getting this kind of like this movement in Taurus season. I'm getting the Page of Wands in reverse along with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. I'm getting this sense that you are setting a path in May, but there's also some backwards direction. But there's also some getting a sense like we are making plans, but when we might not be making the right plans in May, kind of a thing. Or something about the opportunity for the opportunity spectrum might be what could this possibly mean? The Page of Wands in reverse, but I'm also getting the Two and the Three of Wands. So I'm getting you're making plans and you're fighting, and you might not have very much money, but you're like working on it. I'm also getting the Devil card. So I'm getting a sense that we might be obsessive. We might even be, if you have any history with substance abuse, there might be some drinking, some drugs, or something in May, which would be very likely for Taurus. So if you have any history with drinking, drugs, I would avoid that in May. Do your best to avoid that, because that's going to help. That's going to help you financially. That's going to help in a lot of different ways, because I'm seeing financially we're not doing so great in May. But it could be obsessiveness. It could just be like hyper focus on this thing. I'm getting a sense we might be hyper focused. You might like have picked a path. Like in May, you like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And you're so fixated on it. And you're making plans and plans. I'm going to do this. But with this Page of Wands in reverse card, I'm getting a sense it might not be the right thing. I think you need to be open in May. I think we need to be open to the possibilities, and we need to avoid hyperfixation and obsession and like freakish like drug use or any freaky deaky hyper focus like in May I would try to avoid. And I would just keep perfecting your skills, keep working on your craft. And that's the overall energy. I'm just like, we're keeping working on that craft and what we're doing and doing the best that we can do, not getting too crazy, like conspiratorial or whatever it could be for you. Every person's different with how they go like crazy. Like every person's different. Um, or what that can mean. Whenever you know yourself, what does it mean when you go off the deep end? Like when you lose your shit, is it because of drugs? Is it because of hyperfixation? Is it because like OCD, like thinking like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 2 1 3 2 1 1 5 1 5 6 1 5 6 1 5? Like every person, or every person has this like obsessive like devil energy. Your devil energy is coming at play in May. So you need to do your best to stop that, calm down, work on steps and things that you can do. Remembering whatever grounding practices that we had in April. Because I feel like in April, you're a lot more grounded, but you're also burdened and anxious in April. So I'm getting the next, like, so this month we're kind of alone. There's a little bit of wishful thinking. We're in the house. We're kind of in our emotions. I'm getting April is a little bit of an anxious, burdensome time, but there's more people. And then I'm getting in May, we're working, perfecting the craft, but we don't have as much money. But we do have this kind of direction we're going in. But is it the right direction? I'm not sure. So whatever this like progression of this project that we're building for the next 3 months, you need to make sure that you're on the right path, because I am getting the devil card and the page of wands in reverse, and I am given the 5 of wands. So there's this kind of like fighting, and you might be delusionally fighting for this mission in May that you think is like the whole world, and you're hyper fixated and hyper focused. But I'm getting a sense like we need to just be a little bit looser. So flexibility, I'm getting a sense yoga. Try some yoga, just flexibility with your arms and your legs, and having your leg go all the way behind your head. Like this, like flexibility in your body might translate into your work, because everything as above, so below. So if we're flexible in our body and we're fluid in our body, like we might be more fluid with our work. Because I'm getting, and also with this Emperor card, I'm getting the sense of rigid focus. Like I gotta make it work. Like there's this like clenching of the fists energy going on throughout. I feel like the focus is getting a little more and more focused for the next 3 months. But I'm getting a sense like we might be on not exactly the right path. We just need to be a little more fluid. We need to just be a little more fluid and open to different things. And I do think with these people coming in, because I'm getting a sense of three of pentacles. So just listening to other people, being a good listener. So speaking less, listening more, researching more, looking at all the different opinions, absorbing all that, absorbing everyone's opinion, and making your decisions that are informed decisions, like making informed decisions and not acting out of anxiety, out of burden, out of defending yourself, kind of a thing. So that's my reading for you so far. I don't drink or smoke or do drugs, unfortunately. Okay. If so, will they confess? Oh, sorry, my question is la 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 la. The story is unfolding perfectly. Are you taking questions or are they generating? My question is, did my friend and the guy I was saying? Okay, so only June will tell, but the story was good. I'll leave June up to you. How about you do a reading for yourself? And tarot cards, there's tarot card generators on internet, and good. Like, use one of those. But yeah, that's your reading for the next 3 months. So I would just say yoga, some flexibility. Honestly, do yoga 15 minutes a day in the morning when you wake up. 15 minutes of yoga. Just find a YouTube and follow them along. That will change the whole trajectory of the next 3 months. And then we will have a different story to tell in 3 months. You're welcome. Okay, who's this other person? What makes me a witch? What makes me a witch? What makes me a witch? Well, I pray every day. I worship Hecate and Lakshmi. I astral project and lucid dream every night. I like go into nature every single day, like really deep forest nature every single day. I believe that the universe is like a tarot deck, so I'm looking for signs and messages. I'm kind of like a pagan. Like I pray. I just pray. I just believe in the universal tongue of the universe. What makes me a witch? I'm just tuned in. I'm just tapped in. You know what I mean? I'm tapped in. I'm a very like a minimalist. I have like 5 pairs of shirts. I have like 5 pairs of pants. I have 2 pairs of shoes. I'm a vegan. I'm a raw vegan. I'm like I talk to spirit. Like I can hear spirit. I'm clairaudient. Yeah, I'm clairaudient. Like I can like close my eyes and I can hear voices and I hear spirits. I meditate, you know, like I read magic books, you know, Aleister Crowley. Yeah, I've just always been, and it started when I was a child. I was just a lucid dreamer. Like I could control my dreams, like, and I had like spirits visiting me like as a child. And it's never stopped, and it's only now I can hear spirit. I've seen things move. I've seen things. I've even had what do you call that? Like visual, like almost like schizophrenia. It's kind of like a controlled schizophrenia in a way. I've seen like things like come out of things and stuff. But I don't know really how to describe witchcraft. It's just knowing. It's this instinct. It's like the high priestess card, I guess. It's just like instinct about living, and my whole life is just kind of like the high priestess card in the tarot deck. And like I worship the moon and the sun. I love the sun as well. And I worship nature. Like I'm a pig. Like I basically worship nature. I like hug trees. You know what I mean? I'm basically a witch. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a good witch. I am a good witch. I'm a good witch. I've never hexed anybody. I've never done anything bad to anybody with magic. Yeah, so okay. This person says, my question is, did my friend and the guy I was dating meet up and date behind my back over the last 9 months? Are you still there? Are you still there? If you're still there, write in the comments, like, still here. Yes, I'm here. What is your name, your age, your location, and your star sign? Name, age, location, star sign. T45 Taurus. Okay. Did my friend and the guy I was dating meet up and date behind my back over the last 9 months? Okay, did T and the guy she was dating date behind her back? The T and the guy she was dating. The T and the guy she was dating meet up and back. Overall. I'm getting a sense like you're very burdened by this question. Like maybe you've been asking this question to other tarot readers or to people in the past. I'm getting the Fool. So are you the Fool? Like new beginning. It's quite possible that they were like it was a new beginning for them. I did get the 9 of Cups, and I'm getting a sense, and I got the Chariot in reversed. I'm getting a sense you're not really gonna do anything about this if this is the case. Like I don't feel like you're gonna like but I do get a sense that this actually brings you some joy to even find out if this was the case. Because maybe you hate this man so much that it actually brings and this friend of yours, you're just waiting to like hate her. That there's a sense of like almost like joy inside of you, like figuring this out. Like you want to know so bad, it would bring you so much. Like I feel like it's a little bit of a sinister joy. Spirit, what have this friend and her boyfriend done? Spirit, what has this friend and her boyfriend done? Spirit, what has her boyfriend done? Spirit, what has this friend and her ex-boyfriend done? Spirit, what has this friend and her ex-boyfriend done? Spirit, what has her friend and her ex-boyfriend done? Overall, what has this friend and her ex-boyfriend done? Overall, what has this friend and ex-boyfriend? Overall, what has this friend and ex-boyfriend done? Spirit, overall. Okay, I'm getting a sense like they might have had sex. I think it was probably really rapid, fast sex, maybe only a couple of times. Um, and I am getting the sense that they don't have any plans to be in a relationship together. They don't want to take it any further, but I do get a sense like they had like a one night stand. They had a couple of they had like they might have had sex a couple of times. Um and I do get a sense that they are waiting for the repercussions. So they're kind of waiting for you to find out. They hope that you don't find out, but they're kind of like a little bit I do get a sense that they're a little bit remorseful that they did it. Um But I am getting a sense that you're not really gonna do anything about I'm getting a sense that you're in this kind of lame position, like you like with your head hung and you're like, did they have like but I'm getting this sense like it almost satisfies you to find out about this. I'm getting a sense you might really hate this guy. Like you might have left him for some really good reasons. And this friend of yours might not be a very good friend, but I'm getting a sense like her and this guy are not really making really strong plans to be together in any real way. I feel like it was kind of a really quick one off kind of a situation. They might have had like drunk sex or something together. But I do get a sense that they are waiting for you to find out. And I'm not getting a sense they're anxious about it, but they're a little bit like waiting for you to find out or your friend in particular. I'm getting the hanged man. So I'm getting a sense like we're a little bit like waiting for the karma to hit us. So I feel like she's kind of waiting for the karma to hit her or to see kind of what it means for you and her relationship. Uh if you were to find out. So that's what I'm getting for this situation. And I'm getting a sense it might have not really been that good of a sex either. You know how good he is at sex. And I'm getting a sense it was really fast. So it might have been like a 5-minute sex and he didn't go down on her. He didn't make her come. I'm getting a sense he didn't really try that hard. Like the sex probably wasn't that good. Does this make sense to you? Definitely the relief part. I feel relief. Yeah. I'm getting a sense it gives you joy to like know, like you really want to know, or it gives you this kind of sinister, like, fuck her, fuck him, fuck those motherfuckers, like kind of a thing. That's why I'm getting this like joy card, like this card of joy. And I feel like it's giving you this new opportunity. You're like, okay, I can leave both of them. I feel like it's like giving you this hall pass to just kind of like leave them both in the dust and move forward with your life, kind of a thing. After comforting her and her lying so obviously. After confronting her and her lying so obviously. Yeah. I feel like she's in this kind of like she's waiting for you to like really find out kind of a thing. But I don't think her and him are gonna like become anything. I do want her to confess to, or him to, but I'm not in contact with either of them. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like he probably it doesn't look like it was very good sex. It looks like it was emotional, so maybe you sort of picked up. I'm getting a sense it was emotional, like they had this kind of like thing. So maybe when you and him were together, she would be there and he would like hit on her, or there's this sense like there was this kind of emotional dynamic between the two of them while you guys were still in a relationship. And it kind of manifested in like this like quick humping, like hump this quick like humping going on for like 5 minutes. And I don't feel like it's gonna like turn into a relationship with this two of wands in reverse. But I feel like they kind of figured out what they meant to each other. They, sweating and looking at each and then they just probably looked at each other and were like, oh, what have we done? What have we done? Like, I feel like there was some regret and some remorse, and I'm getting a sense like she in particular is like waiting for the consequences, and he as well. I feel like he's remorseful. He could be like a little bad thing here. But I am getting so, but with this 8 of Wands card, I'm just getting a sense it was fast and drunk and stupid and she regrets it and she doesn't want you to find out and she's waiting for you to find out. So yeah, she went and started frequently, but she was like, oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. So she, but I'm getting this sense with this Two of Wands card. I don't feel like they're gonna become a relationship. Um, I just feel like it was kind of like a one night stand kind of a thing. Oh, so she went like after. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, what does T need to do to heal? What does T need to do to heal from this? Um, what does T need to do to heal from this? What does T need to do to heal from this? The Lovers. I'm getting the Lovers in reverse. So you're not in love with him. You were never in love with him. Just acknowledging the fact that you don't love him. That's a big first step. I don't love him. Like, she didn't fuck the love. She didn't fuck the love of your life. Okay. Um, acknowledging the fact that you might be in a losing position or something. Being intelligent, just being smart. Like, this isn't a big deal. I'm getting a sense just acknowledging the fact, just being intelligent and acknowledging the fact that you were not in love with him. And overall, what does she need to do to heal? And just work. Focus on your work. Focusing on what you already got going on. Focusing on your work, your money, your body, your future, and not worrying about this shit. You're right. I even dreamt about it, and then the dream wasn't in love with him. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting the Lovers in reverse. I'm getting a sense like you don't worry about it. You weren't in love with him. It's not a big deal. He's a fuck boy. He's not a good guy. Whatever. Just yeah. And focusing on your work overall. Just focusing on your life, your work, your job, your chores in the house. If you have any cats or dogs, focus on them. If you have any children, just focus on anything but this guy. Just and these people. Just let it go. You want to know if they will confess. Okay. Spirit, will they confess? Spirit, will they confess? I think it's weighing on them, so that's good. That might bring you joy to find out that I think it's weighing on them. Spirit, will they confess? Spirit, will they confess? Queen of Cups. I think they might confess in a really emotional way, so they might like get drunk and confess to you one day. Spirit, will they confess? I'm getting a sense they might. Spirit, will they confess? Spirit, yeah. I think they will. With this Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, I feel like it's going to be on their terms, though. I feel like it's going to be in their divine timing. And it's going to be when if you say you've broken contact with them, I feel like they're going to be like one or the other of them is going to feel like they miss you. And they're going to reach out to you and say, hey, and then it's going to turn into some kind of back and forth where they eventually confess. But I do feel like with this High Priestess card, I feel like it's going to be on their terms. And it's going to be when it strikes them to do so. But I don't feel like it might be. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's like I feel like they will. I feel like they will. And it's going to be really emotional for them. I feel like it's going to, with this Queen of Cups card, I feel it's going to be like they like maybe this friend like used to mean a lot to you. Like she was a really good friend. I'm not really sure, but she's emotional about it. She's kind of emotional about this confession. Okay, that's my reading for you. And I'm going to go. But I hope that you found some benefit from that reading. Do like and subscribe. I've never said that before. Like and subscribe. Okay, yeah. But I will see you later. Bye-bye.